Oh, you didn't know? Well, today on the channel, we got the New Age Outlaws Ringside Collectibles exclusive From the Vault Series 2.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we're back at it with another Ringside Collectibles exclusive with From the Vault Series 2, the New Age Outlaws. But for all your Vault needs, better hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do everything else on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We've unboxed these before. Well, I guess technically not. I've unboxed these before, as these are re-releases with a twist, as we know, from back in the day, the old Target Hall of Champions lines, one of the greatest sublines of all time. Love the character selection. Love the packaging on those. And that's what these guys come from, that line from back in the day. Like I said, with a little bit of a twist. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Let's start it off. Let's start with the Road Dogg, Jesse James. Oh, there he is, old Road Dogg. Of course, New Age Outlaws here. This does represent their time as members of DX. We know all about that as well. Road Dogg, Jesse James down there, WWE up there. True Effects in the corner. What do we got? 8 and up on this one. Watch out, you 7-year-olds. Mattel logo down low. Of course, a nice love letter to the early Mattel packaging with this Vault series, as we know as well. Ringside exclusive at the top. Elite collection. Road Dogg, Jesse James. Look at that hair. I'm going to try to pull that hair off later tonight. Maybe we'll see if my wife will do that for me. On the side, same thing over here, WWE. Then on the back, we got the big cross sell down below. Unboxing every single one of these on the channel, so make sure you do subscribe. Jibber Jabber Mattel logo once again. Got the tail of the tape, got the blurb, got the Road Dogg. Let's see what it says about one Jesse James. Height 6'1", 241 pounds. Titles: Intercontinental Champion, WWE World Tag Team Champions, and WWE Tag Team Champion. Oh, you didn't know? The New Age Outlaws had the longest running tag team title reign in the Attitude Era at 125 days. And pretty much the probably biggest tag team of the Attitude Era, as we do know, from way back in the day. One of those crazy teams, I'm sure we've talked about it, and I'm sure you've heard about it. Two guys, kind of a boat without an ocean is what they were. See you later, goodbye. And they came together and just magic happened. All magic. It was like Magic the Gathering, but in the ring, I think is what it would be. Plastic prison right there. And of course, locked up into twist ties. Gotta be locked up in these twist ties. You never know what these outlaws could be up to. Of course, they are outlaws after all. That's kind of what happens with these outlaws. But we do get a little bit more accessories than the last go-around, if I'm not mistaken here. I'm going to pop this out. And like I said, this is a rehash of a Target exclusive Hall of Champions line way back when. And we're going to pop it out. Come on, Road Dogg. Oh my gosh, one more twist tie. Twist ties, 4 days. Not just for Todd McFarlane anymore, as we do know. That should do it. That should do it. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's dive into these accessories here. One thing that is really different than the last go-around is we do get these accessories with this one. So we do get the splayed out hand. We do get 2 Fists of Fury. So last time, there was no hand interchangeability with this figure. Now we got our options right here. We got 2 gripping hands out of the package. Got my favorite tag team title belt of all time, the classic tag team title belt. Very smooth, very nice, just very, very awesome. If I was a belt collector, I would have the Winged Eagle, and I'd have these 2, and then the classic Intercontinental Championship, and that's all I need. Maybe the NWA World title belt as well, but very, very iconic. Love to see that once again. And then once again, we've seen this many a times, microphone, WWE microphone, makes sense for the Road Dogg. He was always on the stick saying something to somebody, so we know what that's about there. But now we're getting down to some other differences. First big difference here on the figure itself going on here is the shirt. We get a real deal shirt that you just pull on and pull off like you're putting a normal shirt on. Like you're getting out and you're getting dressed for the day. That's how this one is. There's no Velcro on the back. That's usually what we get. But I'm going to bring out that Road Dogg figure here. And you know what I did is, of course, I took a shirt off a prior Road Dogg in the Legends Elite line that was soft goods. If you were building that DX Army and you were buying multiples for multiple looks, you got different shirts. You got extra shirts. I put that on here, took the Polly Pocket one off, made this one a little bit more presentable. Now here, all these years later, they're doing the same thing here. But it is a very, very similar figure. Of course, we're going to start with the head sculpt over here. That is a big difference between these. I'm not sure which one I prefer. They're both not perfect, I will say. He's very sleepy. I think he was smoking on the devil's lettuce on this old one from the Hall of Champions. This one looks like he got into the Just for Men bottle and really blackened up his beard there. Almost drew it on is almost what it looks like. Very, very light on the eyebrows as well, and very dark around the eyes. So not perfect in the head sculpt department for this one either, I will definitely say that. Now, it does got a visor over the top, and you can remove this visor if you want to. So it is removable. You just got to do the work to get it over the head and all over the hair. Get the braids sticking out on the top. Very Road Dogg of this era as well. He's got earrings in. The earrings are not removable. It's not a Shawn Michaels situation or anything. They're not removable here. But the DX shirt is very nice, nice goods, soft goods. It is removable, but I don't know why you'd really take it off. He didn't really wrestle ever without a shirt, as we do know. Got all those Road Dogg tattoos throughout, of course, known for some of his tattoos on his arms. And then you got kind of the sweatpants. I always kind of thought he was wearing like sweatpants, like lounging pants is what he was wearing. But you got the black and silver attack like a Young Raiders. You got the RDs on there for Road Dogg, of course. And then you got down to the boots there with the RD logos as well. Articulation arms all the way around on this one. Bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows. That is a difference between this one as well. So there is more differences that meets the eye like a Young Transformers. Hands removable, of course, back and forth, side to side, like I did mention before. You do get the waist back and forth. You get the ab crunch. Head removable, back and forth, side to side, up and down. Plenty of movement on this head here without having the long hair down, limiting some of the articulation. He does got those Road Dogg splits. Of course, one of the greatest splits guys in his local elementary school as a kid. I'd heard he would just do feats of splits for everybody in the old playground. Wild times for the Road Dogg. Legs do go up, thigh cut. Unfortunately, pinned knees here. So we got double jointed knees, but they are pinned. Do get the boot cut, do get the ankles back and forth, side to side. So it is the Road Dogg. There's no mistake in it. A lot of improvements to this one, I will say, but the head sculpt still leaves a little bit to be desired for me. I will say that as well. Does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand for those keeping track at home. And you guys know how I do this. Got to make them as different as I possibly can. Shirts are different enough for me as of right now. Going to put different hands on this one to make it different from here. Of course, the title belt helps. The microphone helps. There are a few things to make him different. But if you missed this one out back in the day, definitely an upgrade. Definitely worth having in your collection. Not sure how many more Road Doggs we're going to get, but this is a prime era of the Road Dogg that probably a lot of newer collectors are missing in their collection, so it's definitely worth the pickup. And you can say a lot of the same stuff for old Billy Gunn, and Billy Gunn not messing around in this day and age, as he's had a lot of AEW figures and probably more AEW figures to come in the future, but he's also getting WWE figures at the same time. A lot of the same stuff that we talked about Road Dogg, we'll talk about this one, but we'll dive in. It is Billy Gunn, a little glamour shot, WWE, True Effects, Ringside, Elite Collection, homage, Todd McFarlane not on the couch still. If you guys watched Toy News last week, you know all about that, but looking good here as far as packaging goes. Billy Gunn on the back, that same cross-sell, once again unboxing all of them. We're even going to do a set rankings. Mattel, Jibber Jabber, Tail of the Tape, blurb. Let's see what it says about one Billy Gunn. Height, 6'3", 260 pounds. I'm pretty sure he's taller than 6'3", isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's a lot taller than that. We've always said, and I've said it, and I've met him personally, and he tried to pick up my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, tried to take her home, saying, hey, why don't you go with me after the show and all this, and I'm that guy. And then when I did meet Billy Gunn, he fist pounded me, shook my hand, and said, I'm a very lucky man. And I said, you know, I am a lucky man. I knew that. And I was just dating at the time. We'd probably been dating about almost a year at that point. But Billy Gunn on the prowl, hot on the prowl, trying to get my girlfriend wife nowadays. So, but long story short, I did meet him there, and he was a lot taller than 6'3". You know, I'm 6'1", probably 6'2" in shoes. He had to have been like 6'6" or so. I always heard he was kind of the same size as Hogan in his prime. He is deceivingly big. 260 pounds, titles, Intercontinental Champion, WWE Tag Team Champion, World Tag Team Champions. Oh, you didn't know the New Age Outlaws shocked the world when they pinned the legendary Legion of Doom to win their first World Tag Team Championships. Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing? Legion of Doom shouldn't be losing to the New Age Outlaws. They should never lose to anybody. Maybe Demolition, but nobody else. But that's the way it goes. Got to pass the torch a little bit, I guess, from time to time. See you later, goodbye. And I tried to pass the torch to this channel, this YouTube channel. There is a kid collector here. He's just going to college. He's in my local area, watches the show. Brody, shout out to you. I said, you know what? I'm getting a little long in the tooth. It's about time to retire this YouTube channel. Yes, I know you guys don't want to hear it, but, you know, we got more years in than we're going to have on the back end. That's just the way it's going to go. Time stops for no one, and you always got to know when to quit. You got to go out on top. You know how that goes. So I said, you know, Brody, I think you'd be the guy to take this channel over. I think you can do it. You collect all this stuff. You know what you're talking about. You're the next generation. You can step in. You can do this. And he said, no, absolutely not. So we're just going to close down the channel is what we're going to do. But there he is, old Billy Gunn, looking good, looking nice right here. We're going to get Billy Gunn out of the package. Maybe. There it is. There's one. We're going to buckle some shoes here. We might cut off a finger if we're not careful here. But, of course, locked in Todd McFarlane style. Not just for DC Multiverse anymore. Billy Gunn locked down. They don't want him to leave the WWE. They want him to stay, but too late at this point. We've already left the WWE. We're AEW for life is what Billy Gunn did say. We're going to pop him out. Get it all out. Come on. Come on. Man, it's a lot of work getting these guys out of the package. See you later, twist ties everywhere. Oh my gosh, what are we doing? There it goes. But we're going to dive in here. And what is this? Interesting. Okay, we got some interesting stuff right off the bat. Really piquing my interest here. We do get the microphone once again. The Outlaws, they're going to talk. They're going to tell everybody to suck it. They're going to do that whole thing. WWE microphone looking good. He's got a splayed out hand and a gripping hand. You got the exact opposite ones here, so you can choose your own adventure. That. And then you got two Fists of Fury. Both these guys ready to throw punches and bunches if need be. Billy Gunn ready to go. I am here for that as well. Tag team title belts, of course, just like his partner there. You got to have two of them. That's the way it should go. It drives me nuts in those main event championship showdown packs. We get one belt for two guys. Oh my gosh, what are we doing there? Not a fan of that, but we do get two headbands for Billy Gunn, so we can make it a little bit different that way as well. You got a D-Generation X headband, and then you got kind of that girly, old-timey maid headband thing he has to wear with kind of the knots at the top. So that is something you can do different between the two. Give them the different ones. Make them as different as possible. Different hands. One with the belt, one with the microphone, one without. You know how it goes by now. Same thing with the shirts on this one. Billy Gunn, he did come with that Polly Pocket shirt on the original Hall of Champions. Now we get the nice soft goods real shirt for this one here. Looking very good. I guess I should grab that one here. You got the DX bandana on this one, so I will use the other bandana on that one. Very, very similar figures, of course, as you can imagine here. Big difference, articulation. Not going to walk through the articulation, but you do get the pinless joints on the upper part. Unfortunately, down low, still pinned joints in the knees. So there is no difference down low, but up top, definitely some differences in the articulation. You know I'm here for that. And I did the same thing with this one. Gave him the shirt from one of the other DX Legends figures just to make him feel a little bit better instead of having to wear that Polly Pocket disaster. Looking at the heads between the two, I will say we're much improved on this one. I never liked the head sculpt on this Billy Gunn. We did, I think, a top 5 Billy Gunn figures countdown, and I think I left this one off that countdown because I hate the head on this old one so much. It's just, he kind of looks dirty and kind of looks like, I don't know, he had a stroke or something. I don't know what's going on, where this Billy Gunn is much improved. I like the blonder hair. You get a little bit of a darker blonde hair on the old one. This one has an improved blonde hair look to it. Same white wrist tape on both figures. Same outfits on both. Very interesting. BA, BG on both the knee pads. You got the DX on the boots, the white boots. Looking good. Looks like Billy Gunn a lot more over here. Definitely improved. And between these two, Billy Gunn is a bigger improvement than Road Dogg was. There's no doubt in my mind. Now, is he going to fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And what do you know? He's fitting on that stand right there. So we're ready to go. The New Age Outlaws DX riding in style once again. And really, to me, we haven't had these two outside of the Legends release, part of the WCW Invasion. Felt like the Outlaws, but a little bit different, of course, a moment in time. This is more your everyday Outlaws, and a lot of collectors missed out on this being so many years ago as a Target exclusive. Makes sense to re-release this. You got to give them their props. Probably the most famous tag team of the Attitude Era, bar none. So BA, Billy Gunn, and of course the Road Dogg, Jesse James. Definitely welcome from this Vault collection here. But how do you feel about it? Did you pick this one up? Enough meat on the bone for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And you made it this far, Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you over on Patreon. Patreon, plenty of stuff over there. You do get access to both of my YouTube channels, early access, glamour shots, Q&As, pizza reviews, dog stuff, you name it. It's all over there on the old Patreon. Appreciate the support. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget my book, now available on Kindle, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series. Social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for the New Age Outlaws from the Vault, Series 2, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.